The Samsung S95B OLED is a fantastic piece of technology that strikes a great balance between the improved brightness of LED/LCD TVs and the superior blacks and higher contrast of OLED TVs. If you doubt, this TV is fire. Here's Samsung S95B's stunning QD-OLED TV first impression review and features. Samsung S95B first impression. The Samsung S95B is one of the brilliant OLEDs that are currently on the market. Considering its low cost, this S95B is astonishing in its quality. The quantum dot display used in QD-OLED technology is paired with a self-illuminating OLED display utilized in QLED devices. As such, it delivers on its promise of showing more vivid and realistic colors.
Simply amazing!
However, since the S95B's colors are vibrant and there is a lot of contrast and detail visible, everything seems a touch too warm to the eyes and more intense colors appear distractingly bright. Samsung has some of the most attractive and well-protected product packaging available. However, will the S95B be the greatest once you take it out of the box and turn it on? Will its image quality stand out? We're getting close, so stay tuned. Samsung S95B gaming impression. For the most part, the S95B has an excellent gaming display. All 4 of its HDMI ports are compatible with modern gaming standards, such as 4K at 120Hz and variable refresh rates, including AMD FreeSync and NVIDIA G-Sync. This TV's strong Samsung presentation and its excellent color, contrast, and brightness make HDR gaming seem incredible. In contrast, the S95B's oversaturated display can render otherwise vibrant hues looking overexposed and flat. Sadly, reducing the contrast enhancer to fix this will also reduce the picture's dramatic impact. Due to the fluidity of video game visuals, this is probably the case. The S95B has a very low input lag time of 9 milliseconds as its quickest reaction speed. HDMI VRR and AMD FreeSync Premium are 2 options for anyone who wants to improve the visual quality of their console or PC. Picture quality. Highlights in most dark conditions seem shockingly bright and crisp, bringing AV treats like nighttime cityscapes and starlit skies to more lifelike HDR life than on any TV technology.
There's no denying that.
With the QD-OLED's self-illuminating pixels, the brightest highlight in the picture may be put next to the darkest spot without compromising the quality of any pixel. The S95B is substantially brighter than conventional OLED technology, even in the situation of moderately brilliant highlights. Although it does have a brighter screen overall, its advantage in peak brightness is less obvious. When exposed to strong natural or artificial lighting, the colors and contrast on Samsung's first QD-OLED display pop out more than before. The quality of Samsung's products is a company priority. Knowing what to expect from the newest release is essential whether you're looking to treat yourself or a friend. Subscribe to our channel with alerts turned on and we'll fill you in on all the details you need to know about the most recent products from your favorite tech company. Tech spec highlights. The Samsung S95B is a high-end television with a cutting-edge QD-OLED display, 4 high-bandwidth HDMI 2.1 connections, and an eARC interface. PC and console gamers are guaranteed the lowest possible input latency thanks to a variable refresh rate, VRR, that may reach up to 120 frames per second when the resolution is set to 4K. Since the newly introduced Samsung Gaming Hub is compatible with game streaming services like Google Stadia, Xbox Cloud Gaming, and Udomic, amongst others, you do not need a console or personal computer in order to play the most popular games on the S95B. You just need the S95B TV and a wireless controller that is compatible with the games you want to play. High dynamic range, HDR content may be played on the S95B thanks to its support for HDR10, HDR10 Plus, and HLG. However, the S95B, like other Samsung TVs, does not support Dolby Vision. Additionally, the S95B is compatible with Samsung's Q Symphony sound, allowing the TV's built-in speakers to interact wirelessly with a soundbar manufactured by Samsung. Daniel Bell says, "Technology like art is a soaring exercise of the human imagination." Design. The Samsung S95B is a cutting-edge TV that excels in several technological areas and also looks great. Since it is both modern and durable, you won't have to sacrifice form for function with this TV stand. The TV's back is made of durable polycarbonate, and there are hardly any boundaries on the screen's fronts. The overall form is sleek and attractive. However, the top edge of this TV is bendable, thus it may be damaged in transit. As an additional design innovation, Samsung's new rechargeable remote control stands out. The remote has a USB-C port for recharging. It's great relief to see that this kind of TV has a function that makes it possible to check the TV's power source without physically touching it. As I will explain in the next minute, the S95B's rear bodywork is exceptionally compact, leaving little place for superfluous add-ons like speakers. High-quality sound. Vocal performances are just as compelling and crystal clear, and unlike on Samsung's mini LED and regular LED TVs, the sound doesn't get caught between the TV and the wall. With the help of Samsung's object tracking sound technology, the S95B can make on-screen and slightly off-screen sounds sound like they came from the right place in most cases. As is the case with many ultimately inferior sound systems, the S95B's sounds tend to collapse in on itself at the densest, largest movie scenes. You know that Samsung is futuristic. It could have been Samsung or Samsung. The Samsung S95B OLED TV is a technical marvel and is well crafted. The display technology used in the S95B has been shown to be dependable. However, remember that this is a first-generation product, so there's more room for improvement. The Samsung S95B OLED TV poses a relatively modest risk. You can put it to good use in almost any situation. Another product from Samsung that's causing a lot of buzz these days is the yet-to-be-released Samsung Galaxy S23. To uncover more about this futuristic smartphone, watch our video, Samsung S23 Ultra, everything you need to know about. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.